Jake White Kong Hadley is a 7-0 flyweight born in Oldbury, fighting out of Birmingham, England. He is the current Cage Warriors flyweight champ with a true all-around skill set, but his bread gets buttered on the mat, 3 rear naked chokes paired with 2 KOs. He's got big power for a 125er and has to be on the UFC radar for 2021. It's 2018, we got Jake Hadley's first pro fight for ya. After a 6-2 amateur career including taps by mounted and regular Gogo Plata, a 21-year-old White Kong moving on up to face 3-1 Daryl Grant. All wins stop before the 3rd round for the Englishman. Bell dings and White Kong right on his toes, pumps the jab making way for the overhand, landing flush. Moments later, body shots, then a left up top, surprising Grant. Southpaw Hadley successful with those power shots. 30 ticks gone now, jab opens up the lane for the body shot, right to the liver, and Grant goes down. Ref so surprised he topples over. Jake Hadley is wasting no time, needs just 58 seconds to TKO his first opponent with a brutal body shot. 5 wins in the amateur ranks by sub for White Kong, but he proves he's dangerous all over with some big power on display. Next bout for 1-0 Jake Hadley. 2 months later versus Adrian Molenda, owner of the exact same record, fighting out of Poland with a creepy baby tattoo looking like former NBA star Wilson Chandler. First round Molenda attacks. Hadley fights off the early flurry and seconds later gets the body lock. High up on the torso but still able to get the fight to the mat. Now in full mount, heavy ground and pound makes Molenda give up the back and White Kong snatches up the rear naked choke. Jake Hadley makes it look easy, once again stopping the fight in round 1, 2 minutes in with the submission. Fought off the early onslaught, then decisive groundwork for the finish. Third and final fight of 2018 for White Kong, facing Reese Nightmare on Elm Street. Tapology says his record at this time is 0-24. Lots of questions about this guy, but one thing for certain, he doesn't give up when the going gets tough. Opening seconds, Street feinting like a city kickboxer, but Hadley times the first punch perfectly, scoring an early double leg. 1 minute later, Jake in half guard and working hard to manipulate that far arm. Can't find the figure 4 grip, instead transitions quickly to back mount and cinches up the Subway sandwich. No trouble at all for White Kong tonight, locking up the rear naked choke in just 1:30 seconds. Now 3-0, having trouble finding a fight. A couple fighters pulled out and Street took this last minute. This is the only tomato can on his record, but Hadley, in his words, is ready for a step up in competition. Ask and you shall receive, Jake Hadley. Bellator grants White Kong his wish and places him against 7-2 Blaine O'Driscoll out of SBG Ireland. Hadley comes in 4-0 after we had to skip past a unanimous decision in South Africa over 11-2 Kazimolo Zulu. 30 seconds in, O'Driscoll pressures Hadley into the cage, looking to open up with the strikes, but Jake gets out of dodge with the level change, hastily turning the corner on his opponent to take his back. 2 minutes later, Blaine flying knee, but Hadley goes takedown off the center line and in no danger from that strike. White Kong gets him belly down, and as his opponent tries to get up, he engages the leg hooks. Minute later, both fighters deflect punches, then a left uppercut by Jake checks the chin. O'Driscoll no worse for the wear, keeping on the gas pedal even as a knee connects from Hadley. Halfway through round 2, guillotine chance for White Kong, uses it to turn Blaine south and to the ground. Hadley tries to take the back, but opponent too quick. Instead, grapevines his legs through for the trip takedown. Start of the 3rd underhooks allow Jake another takedown. He then figure 4s his opponent's legs like Habib made famous and takes the back mount. 2 minutes and change later, body triangle, and a choke attempt let go by Hadley as Barry's O'Driscoll works his way back up. But as he does it, he locks in a tighter RNC and moments later, he tap in. Jake Hadley makes a name for himself on a big Bellator England card, wrapping up the rear naked choke in round 3 to climb to 5-0. Showed every facet of his game this night, standing and trading with the power left and showing a good chin. Later bullying his opponent in the grappling exchanges, many back takes with the quickness, eventually earning the tap. Almost 1 year later now in 2020, with Cage Warriors aiming to get a title shot with a big win over Shaj Superman Haque. 10-4 facing fantastic competition, born in Bangladesh, fighting out of South Shields, England. First frame half gone, Jake steps into the overhand, knocking him down. Quick to recover, but Hadley pressures into the cage, landing a left to the reeling Haque. End of the round body kick stings his opponent's organs and White Kong erupts, finding a takedown right into mount, and ground strikes knock him out. Fantastic finish for Jake Hadley, showing off the powerful left hand to improve to 6-0. Haque had never been finished in his career before this fight, but hurt twice by White Kong, eventually slept by the ground and pound. Back in the cage 3 months later, challenging for the flyweight belt against 7-1 Luke the Apocalypse Shanks. Born in England, now fighting out of Scotland and defending his title for the first time. Minute and change gone, Hadley pressuring but clipped by the uppercut. He is all wobbly, but still gets the body lock around the legs, eventually slamming Shanks down. End of the frame, Jake trying to work in the hooks, but Shanks is squirming. Great grappling by White Kong, flowing on top and doing some damage. Start of the second, jab lands, then a leg kick following. Opponent over aggressive and Hadley smart to level change for the double leg. Now end of the round, Shanks turning the tide, but Jake flicks the switch on him. On to the third, back-to-back leg kicks by White Kong, and Shanks lands jab. Then Hadley flashes the hands, misdirection, making way for the takedown into half slam. Round 4, Jake deep on a double leg and picks him up for another slam, showing off the strength at flyweight. Minute and change gone now in back mount, laying down some elbows and punches. Fifth and final frame here, Shanks does his best Jorge Masvidal impression, but White Kong way better than Ben Askren. Hadley holds him down all round and ends it with some ground and pound. Domination from Jake Hadley, even scoring a 50-42 judges card. He puts the Cage Warriors belt around his waist, second flyweight title for him in his young career. He is now a shiny 7-0. Dana White better add this man to your UFC roster sooner rather than later.